Black Betty, Black Betty had a child, little thing go wild. What is up, everybody? I'm Hunter. This is Lost Socket Garage. This is Mustang shopping. It's Thursday. It is a beautiful day in the neighborhood. At least I hope it's a beautiful day in the neighborhood where you're at, because it's cold as shit here, and it's snowing, and I don't like it. However, we're here. It's a beautiful day. Let's get into it. Now, if you guys have not watched the show before, first off, go ahead and subscribe, because you want to do that. Secondly, basically what this show is I saw kind of an issue with people wanting to buy Mustangs and not understanding exactly what the value of these Mustangs are, how much to pay for them, how much to pay for coupes, fastbacks, etc. I would go on Facebook groups and I'd see a bunch of people battling back and forth saying that, oh, you know, this fastback isn't worth this much money. So what I decided to do was just put together a show where I look at Mustangs and I give you my input as to their value. I show you live marketplace listings, etc. I'm going to show you guys some good deals, depending on what you're looking for. So if you have any questions, throw them down below in the chat. In a small disclaimer here, I'm just a guy looking at marketplace ads that has a little bit experience with Mustangs. So still do your own due diligence. It's sad that I have to do that stuff. How's everybody doing today? Let's see. Rob, what's up, man? How we doing? Driver's rear quarter, full skin. Is a full quarter worth 400? Oh, okay. So, Rob, I think you sent this message to me on, like, Insta or Facebook or something. And kind of my response to that was, it's a really good question because there's a large price difference. It really depends on where the rust is, whether or not you should use a skin or just a full quarter. Full quarter sometimes is easier, but if you just have a few rusty spots here and there, or, you know, right around the wheel well, sometimes you're okay with just getting the skin. So again, really depends on what you got. Ulrich, worst part about snow in Utah is the people that think they can drive with it in bald tires. Now, I feel slightly attacked because my tires are not as beefy as they should be for the weather that we're having right now. I feel attacked. How dare you, Ulrich? I thought we were homies. All right. Now, when talking about values, I'm kind of a data nerd. Like, here's the thing, guys, is a car is worth, oh my God. I am so sorry, but I'm trying this new lighting setup, and it's literally just a shop light. And I looked at it, and now I have 13,000 LED sun-style lumens in my face holes. Ah, damn it. Okay, so a car is worth what someone will pay for it, right? Okay. However, sometimes it's difficult to find out what people are actually paying for the cars. So Classic.com is we're not sponsored by Classic. It's just a really good tool that I found a few months back that is essentially, let's see here. Essentially what it does is it takes data from different auction sites, you know, Meekum, Bring a Trailer, Hemmings. I mean, there's a shit ton of them. And it compiles all the sales data for you so that you can get like a clearer idea of what these cars are actually selling for. So before, let's say we get into our first example here, let me catch up. This weather is disgusting, drifty bits. It's horse shit. The amount of bald tires I saw on the way to work. I literally almost ate it in Parley's this morning because there was like a semi that kind of scooched over a little bit. Ugh. Okay, so if we're looking at, for example, a 65 coupe, okay, I use KSL because it kind of operates in the Four Corners area. There's not a ton of listings on here for Mustangs all the time, so I'll get to Marketplace and the Facebook ads or the groups, etc. here in just a second. But I showed this one last week, and this one's just completely out of the ballpark of what it should be. 65 vinyl roof, 289 hypo, high performance engine. It's not a hypo. Engine runs great, but I mean, this guy has this listed at $50,000, right? So if I'm trying to buy a Mustang and I look at this, I'm like, man, I don't really know if $50,000, if a coupe is worth that much. What we can do here is come down and you can like follow different markets, etc. GT hardtops. I mean, these are... If it's a real GT, I mean, there's only been 30 that have sold over the last 5 years. The average price is $43,000, but honestly, the vast majority of coupes right now, I think that was second gen, are going for about $23,000. So like this is the primary data that I use when I'm looking at coupes. 722 have sold on, a bunch of different auctions. Here you have Auto Hunter auctions. You got Mecum Dallas. You got GAA. You got, all these different sites. Average price is 23 grand. So if I'm not specifically looking for like a numbers matching GT or anything like that, I'm going to look at this and say, well, this car is twice the amount that I should be paying for a coupe. Period. I mean, it looks dope, right? You got the GT rear valance. I hate this. Like, why? So, okay, if I'm paying $50,000 for a coupe, it better not have a spot on it whatsoever. And these guys just decided to wire wheel down so that they could see the VIN. It's just shit like that, man. Devil is in the details. Look at that interior, though. Do you guys like red and white interior? I really want to know. Leave down below in the comments or live chat whether or not you prefer red and white interior. So after looking at that, dude, 50 grand, that's way too much for a coupe. Let's get into something that's a little bit more in a realistic price range here. Now, spoiler alert, most coupes from 65 to 68 are selling within the range of 20 to 25 grand done. Like, that's the average price for them. So coming in here, 68 for L20 Grando. Let's see. This is an awesome car. It's been garage kept and taken on some great evening cruises during nice weather. It always starts right up and runs great. Odo reads 15K, but it's been rolled over. Blah, blah, blah. Few walk around videos. 20 grand, like it's a solid price for a coupe. As long as everything is running, driving, and it looks good so far. Now, when you're looking at coupes, one of the things that you really want to focus on, and fastbacks, a primary rot spot. Primary rot spot. Primary. Right along the wheel well. So your outer wheel well bends in like this, and then the quarter panel wraps over it like that. And so right in this area, you're gonna get rust a lot of times. So that's one to look out for. Also back down here where the trunk drop downs are. It looks clean. Is it a 289? Yeah, 289. Guys, also I did want to tell you, if it's fairly close to me, I'm more than happy to go look at a car for you and kind of give you a breakdown and or I'm happy to do consultations with you guys if you're out of state and you're wanting to find something close to you. So this one, 20 grand for just a coupe, running, driving, Sunday driving coupe. That is a dope deal. I like that deal. That's really good. As far as something that you would use it for a coupe to fastback conversion, nah. This is too nice of a car to cut in half. Let's take a look at an actual fastback. Let's see, drifty. I'm 50-50 on red and white. It's a lot, right? Like, you open the door, it's like, ah! It's like that. Red and white. Alf, what's up, baby? How we doing? If you are out there right now and you have not subscribed to Alf's Mustang Garage, dude, just do it. It's an awesome YouTube channel. He does way better DIY stuff than I do. Very, very in-depth. Check it out. They look decent when in good condition, but they fall apart real fast. Sounds like my life story. I look decent when I'm in good condition, but I fall apart real fast. My God, that got deep. I need some Rockstar. Jeez. Guys, if you like the content, like, subscribe, share the show. If you need Mustang parts, we recently partnered with CJ Pony Parts. I've put the link in the description as well as in the chat. If you need Mustang stuff, go to CJ Pony Parts. We get all of our stuff from them now. And if you use the link, it helps out the shop. So, win-win. Buy your Mustang parts from them. There's a shameless plug. I am so sorry. Someone's got to keep the lights on here, okay? So, fastback pricing is really where we shift gears here. Pun intended. Fastbacks, well, okay, let's look at the market data. 65 to 66 fastback. Also, down below, let me know 67, 68 fastback, 65, 66 fastback. Which one? Let me know which style. I am very Natalie and Brugular on it. Natalie and Brugula. Torn. Fucking anybody. Carson Daly. Nothing. 365 have sold over the last 5 years for an average price of $52,000. Now, sometimes when you're looking at like charts like this and getting pricing data, there are gonna be ones that sell for like, like this one, $102,000. It's probably a resto mod, GT350. Like, dude, these are gonna throw off the balance a little bit, but on average, $50,000 is fair for a 65, 66 coupe. Now, 67, 68 bumps up in pricing. Let's see. Daps, I've been watching Alf's videos on engine work and building a 302. Oh, Nugget meet Alf meet Nugget. So we have his, that's the golden nugget is Daps. Y'all can just high five each other in the comments or something like that. Let's see. I want to take a look at this. This is a beautiful car. I love this color. I really do. This is such a clean look. Probably be cleaner if it was high res. Now, when you guys are looking into a fastback, the dynamic changes significantly. If you have a coupe that has some rust, a lot of times you're going to end up turning it into a fastback. If it gets to me, you're probably going to turn it into a fastback. When buying a fastback, though, keep in mind that it takes many, many more hours to do things like inner structure, inner wheel wells, seat divider, filler panels, drop downs. It takes a lot more labor since we don't have the car already cut in half. So you really need to make sure that if you're buying a fastback that it really does not need a lot of metal work, Damn, this is a beautiful car. What is this? What is going on here? I do not like. What is this? What is that? Man, this is pretty. Honestly, great deal. 55. This is in Midway, Utah. If you guys are in another part of the world or part of the nation, this is fairly close to me. I'd be happy to go take a look at this. I think it's a solid deal at 55. Act now, 65 Mustang Fastback, factory color, Rangoon. Very, very clean 302 motor, 4-speed trans. Strong runner. Yeah, I dig it. Solid deal. Good price. It's a very, very good price. Okay. KSL, do we have anything else interesting on here? Most of these have been on here for a very, very long time. I've covered this one multiple times. This is a coupe that's already been converted to a fastback. Mostly. Needs some metal work, but it's a ridiculously screaming deal at $12,000. Definitely needs some metal work still done to it, but I do know the person that owns this car, so if you are looking to get into a roller and practice your metal work, or if you're wanting to have me take the roller, finish the metal work for you, and send this car to you, I'd be more than happy to. Reach out, LostSocketGarage@gmail.com. This one is an interesting one. We've actually had this one in the shop as well. This one we've done some work on. It has a new... Okay, it has the Eleanor front lip kit on it and stuff. This card needs a lot of work. It's very, very pretty from 20 feet away. I would say for the price... See, we did a wiring harness in this. Runs, drives really well. I don't know why he calls this color red. It's orange as shit in real life, IRL. This has actually been refiberglassed and repainted. I mean, this one has a lot of issues. It's very, very pretty on the outside, and it runs well, and it, you know, has some good bolt-ons, etc. But this needs a lot of metal work. And I'd stay away from it. I hope the guy selling that is not watching this show right now, because I'd kind of feel like an asshole working on his car and then being like, I really wouldn't buy this. There's too much metal work that needs to be done. In all fairness, though, we didn't do any metal work to the car. We did like a wiring harness. We did New Dakota digital gauges. We did some other shit to it. We didn't do any metal work. Okay. If you guys like the content, like, subscribe, share the show on forums and Facebook groups, etc. I'm really trying to grow the show a little bit. Supporting the channel is super easy and it's free. Like, subscribe, do that stuff. If you want to support us more, feel free to join our community below or over on Patreon, where you, if you were part of our community on here or over on Patreon, you would have access to the brand new video that dropped today. Otherwise, you're going to have to wait until tomorrow night to watch me do a live reaction to Customer States compilation videos. Yep. Guys, you got to understand, I love bringing you DIY content. It's super, super awesome. I enjoy doing it, but it takes like, and Alf, give me a high five on this one. It takes so long to provide you guys a short DIY. It takes, you know, it adds probably 3 or 4 hours depending on the install time and, you know, the editing, etc. So I was on the toilet and I was like, hey, this is a funny compilation video. And I'm like, hey, maybe I'll start reacting to some of these compilation videos. So long story short, that will be out tomorrow evening at 6 p.m. unless you're a part of our community on YouTube or over on Patreon, where you just go watch it now. Well, not right now. Sit back down on the toilet. I'm not done with you yet. That's a sentence I never really thought I'd say. Okay. I'm going to catch up on comments. Let's see. Yo, I'm glad I can make connections through chat from you, Chris, and Alf. Ricky's House of Crap. Save your money, buy property. Ricky's House of Crap. I love that channel name. Ooh, and then he followed it up by asking if I'm on drugs. Who's not on drugs these days, man? Come on. I appreciate 67, 68 body style with 65, 66. Overall, I like 69 Mustang front end. Yeah, I mean, I like the front end on the 69s a little bit more. These 65, 66 fastbacks are like, they're really growing on me, though. Let's see. Oh, sorry. I'll wait. Yeah, wait, dude. Someone's hammering something outside. It sounds like a railroad spike. Okay. This is ClassicFastback Mustangs for sale. There's a ton of these groups on Facebook. If you're looking for Mustangs, I would recommend that you guys join a bunch of these groups. Classic Mustangs for sale, and then they have like, you know, they just jumble the words, but this is a good example, okay? So you're going to find a lot more beat up projects on these pages, which is right up my alley. This is a 65C code. Now, if we go back to our research showing that a 65, 66 fastback is going for 52 grand, and then we come over here and take a look at this bad boy, what's he want out of it? 12 grand. Okay, so if you didn't know what these cars were worth, you would look at this and say, what am I paying 12 grand for? In all honesty, though, not a bad deal. Has a 289 C4 Matukin production T production. I don't know what he's saying there. Missing interior and trim. It's missing a lot more than that. Yellow over black. Power steering. Oh, it's a power steering car. Damn. Was an AC car. Okay, so that drives up the value even more. Motivated seller. That's 12 grand. Considered trades. Newer F-150. No know-it-alls. No wannabes. No tire kickers. No strokes. No chicken chokers. This dude is grumpy. Most importantly, keep your ignorant comments to yourself. If you do make a negative comment, it will confirm that you can't read and you are in fact ignorant. This dude has been on Marketplace before. All right, let's take a look at the damage. So angry. Okay, needs a new hood. I don't think I've seen a hood rust that bad in that spot before. That's cool. Okay. It's going to need new fenders, new quarters, a bunch of new quarters. I mean, it's kind of new. Oh my God. This is rough, guys. But if 12 grand, I mean, these cars go for 12 grand. It is what it is. Like, we've had 67s and 68s for like 19 grand that look just about as good as this. This one would be... Shit, this would be a hard sell. Nah, I don't like it anymore. Inner structure, I mean, there's not a good panel on this car for 12 grand. Does have a 289. I don't know, if you're motivated, it would be worth it. Financially speaking, it wouldn't be worth it to bring it to me, because you're going to be 20, 30 grand in metalwork alone in that, right? So, someone's grouchy. Thanks, Chad. Let's see here, kids. 67 S code. Bunch of S codes floating around lately. I've seen... Let's see. Actually, the S code that was on KSL sold. But the right-hand drive S code that came across not too long ago, I still have access to that one. So if anyone wants a right-hand drive S code, I know a guy. Let's see. And for those of you who don't know an S code, C code, S code, there are a bunch of different codes, but it's the fifth digit in the VIN number. S code signifies that it's a big block car. It's a 390 car. So definitely higher in value. When these are finished, you see S codes going for, 80, 90, 100 grand. Pretty easily. It doesn't have an engine or a transmission. Oh, sorry. I have serial parts. Great for a project. This one, you can still, like... If you were to restore this, you could get an FE motor and a 4-speed top loader for a few grand and drop it in this. But as far as the metal is concerned, like, the inner structure looks good. The wheel wells look great. This is in Florida. Okay. Drop downs look good. Gas tank, don't care. Gonna drop another one in it anyway. That looks like a hole. Kind of looks like a hole. I don't know what that is. Why does that look weird? Even if, yeah, so it looks like there's some damage, but they make just like the quarter drop-in floor pan. Heavy flow day. Yep. Roof, a lot of times, so this one isn't terrible. This stuff is just the insulation that they used back in the day. Real question, 28 grand. Like, would you guys buy this car for 28 grand, no motor, no trans? It's kind of a hard sell, no motor, no trans, but honestly, I still think it's a good deal because you really don't have a lot of metal work to do on that car. But again, unless you knew what it was, you would look at it and say 28 grand. That's a lot for not much. You know what I mean? All right. Let's see here. We'll do a few more on here and then we'll kick over to Marketplace. Pro touring car. I don't buy race cars. I do not buy race cars. It's beautiful, though. Let's take a look at it. Let's see. Great color. Love how they just bolted on the new digital dash. Nope. We don't need to take out the old... Oh, they still have like the interior and the fold down and everything. Wow. Z06 seats. So, yeah, Z06 seats. Was a 4-speed. 256 mag. Wow. LS car too. Damn. That's a beautiful car, but I don't buy race cars. 65 grand. There's a lot of risk in buying race cars, man. Like, it looks really, really, really well done, but there's a lot of work that goes into building a car like that, and a lot of mistakes that can be made. Ooh, you were pretty. Let's see. 68's Mustang Restomod GT Fastback. That's a nice color, isn't it, Chris? 90 grand. Damn, girl. All right. Rebuilt 306 fuel-injected aluminum heads, roller rockers, Ford Performance, E303 cam, upgraded springs, lifters, full build, rear end, Shelby 350 traction bars, all new interior. Let's take a look at this. Resto mods, guys, they go 90 to 110 on the light side, honestly. Damn. I want to hang out in here. I want this to be my room. Hello, sir. Can I please sleep in here? Love those wheels. Is that a bar? Dude, does this guy have like the coolest fucking shop ever or something like that? Build photos. Yeah, this thing's beautiful. Like, it's well done. But it better be for 90 grand. Oh, yeah. Till a couple of months ago, I didn't actually know that Mustangs to Fear sold this little splitter. It's like, I can't remember what material it is, but it's basically, it just sits in right behind your seat splitter, or your seat divider. MTF sells that. Mustangs to Fear. We like those guys. Mustangs to Fear is awesome. Oh God. Okay, GT Fastback Mustang 428 Cobra Jet R code. 1 of 9. Presidential blue. Wow. 125 grand cash. Why do you have to put cash after 125 grand? Like, you think a dude's gonna with a briefcase or something like that? That's how I'd want someone to buy a car from me, though, in all fairness. All right. Yeah, that one looks great. So, if you guys, again, if you're enjoying the content, if you haven't yet subscribed, do so. That'd be nice. We got a new video coming out tomorrow. It's kind of a short one. It's a funny one. I'll look at stupid shit that customers take into dealers. Moving on to Marketplace. Let's see here. Also, guys, we have recently partnered with CJ Pony Parts, so the link is in the description. The link is also in the chat. And if you have any questions, shoot me an email at LostSocketGarage@gmail.com. If you need the conversion kit, let me know. I got you. I got you. Okay. Now let's take a look at... Man, I want to get into something that would be good for a coupe to fastback. 12 grand. Yeah. Okay, we're pretty close on this. All right. So when you guys are looking to do a coupe to fastback conversion, a couple of different routes you can go, right? You can buy a beater 67, 68, whatever, Mustang coupe donor car. And then you could do the conversion. And then you know, like, from that point, you don't have a drivetrain. You don't really have, upgraded suspension or anything like that. So you add everything onto there. The second route that you can go is finding a Mustang that's kind of like this, that runs, drives. It's got a V8 in it. It's a daily driver. And then you convert the car. And after that, you have a running, driving fastback in a much shorter period of time than doing like a full build. So this is kind of like the shorter way, if you don't already have a Mustang, to get a running driving fastback, is just get a running driving coupe. 289, runs and drives, a lot of work mechanically done to it, cosmetic, needs love. Solid Mustang, I just don't have the time, blah, blah, blah. Clean Utah title. This is in Salt Lake, so if you guys are here or anywhere else, and you need someone to go look at this, I'm happy to do so for you. What's going on here? This is worrisome. That's a pillar. Is that just spray paint? If this is spray paint, we're cool. Saggy emblem alert. One of the things that can really help you guys get a solid donor car is if it does have damage, if the coupe is damaged. Like, this car is kind of jacked up. You don't need the deck lids. You're not going to reuse that. You're not going to use the quarter panels. The roof, like, this would be something that I would go to him and be like, hey, yeah, I want to drive this, but, you know, 12 grand, it's got, you know, you have a hole right here, and you've done some weird tar work or something. What did he do? Use spray paint over it? Okay, yeah. So basically what he did was say, hey, look, that's rust. I'm going to go ahead and just rattle can right over it. This would be a solid candidate for a coupe to fastback conversion. You send it to me. I convert it into a fastback. I send it back to you. You drive it off the truck. Will not respond to, is this still available? It's not nice. Why don't people respond to that? I respond to that. Okay, so this would be a good example of a daily. Okay, 66 coupe. You just want a daily for, you know, either a daily or a weekend or something like that. You're going to pay 20 grand, and it's going to be in good condition, running, driving with a V8. Previous owner restored and put over 14K into it. It's been really fun, babied, blah, blah, blah. This, again, is in Utah. Happy to go look at this. I love the interior. I really do. Center console. Excuse me. Gonna need a little floor work. So what we're looking at right here, this is the front of the car. Right here is the floor pan. This is the floor to firewall, I believe. This is a really, really common rust spot because that's where your feet go. That's like where your heels sit. So if you have snow or if it's raining outside, soaks through the carpet and sits right on this seam. So not a terribly, it's not a deal breaker, right? But it probably would need to be addressed. 20 grand, solid deal. Already talked about that one. Sorry, I'm coughing, guys. Shitty air. 68 for 25 grand. So at 25 grand, I need, for a coupe, I need it to be real nice. I need it to be everything I want. 68 coupe, 302 blueprint. Oh, shit. Fuel injected, 50K into it. Heavily resto modded car, looks like inside and out. 25 grand. Too much traction at 20K. Sorry about that. Whoa. 25K needs a new battery. Too much traction at 20K. Sorry about that. But I can't give too much since I got over 35. So he listed it for 20K and then he bumped up the price? That's a dick move. Jeez. Look at that interior. Look at it. Look at it. Clean. That's really nice. 25 grand? Maybe. Maybe. What does daily driver mean to everyone? Under 20 mile. That's a really good question, man. So when I think of like a daily, yeah, 20 miles a day, something like that. Like under 20 miles, I would say, yeah, something like that. A lot of times though, when I say daily, like, obviously in Utah you cannot truly daily. Well, I guess you could outside right now, but you wouldn't really be getting very, very far. In these two red examples, what is a spitball estimate labor and body costs? So going back to these, are you asking if we were to turn it into a fastback for you? So, I mean, both of the cars, like this one at 20 grand doesn't make sense to do a coupe to fastback conversion. You're too much. You're too far into it. This car's too nice. So metal work on this car would, I mean, you might be $1,000 into metal work. I don't remember. I mean, not a lot. If that's the only rust on it right here, which it really looks like there is, there's nothing else. You might want to check rockers, etc. You might be a grand or two into metal work on that. This one, I would recommend if you wanted to keep it a coupe that you take it all the way down. Just have it blasted. Just to make sure you're not getting in heavy anywhere. Like, you know, there's nothing you're missing. For a fastback conversion, we would charge around, I don't have the pricing right now. It's like $15,500 for a 66 to turn it into a fastback. That's metal and labor. But again, paint jobs, you can spend a lot of money on a paint job, or you can spend a little money on a paint job, and it is going to look like it either way. I have, you know, I've seen people get decent paint jobs for, you know, 7 to 10 grand. Most paint jobs, full paint jobs these days are starting at like 20. It is what it is. Like, there's just not many shops that do body and paint anymore, and the ones that do are busy doing insurance work. So the guys that are painting these Mustangs have become really, really niche. Alf, if you're still on, if you could speak to this, that'd be awesome as well, because he does actually paint. Daily, let's see here. Daily driver to me means that I can go get in the car, start in any weather, feel good, drive it a few hours away without feeling. Yeah. I'm with you there, Drifty. Derry says, well, I wouldn't really consider my daily comfortable or reliable, but it's cool and I love it. Derry, it's not reliable. Sorry, buddy. This one. Okay, so this one's in Rifle, Colorado. I've covered this one a couple of times, but it's a fairly good fucking deal. You're looking at a decent coupe, but so if I'm looking for just a coupe for a coupe to fastback conversion, a rolling coupe that's kind of jacked up, that looks like this, basically, my price range needs to be around $3,000 to $8,000 for it to be worth it, right? Anything that it comes with extra over and above that is really a bonus. So this one comes with a newly rebuilt 302. Headers, C6 manual transmission. This has got a lot of shit. All of it comes with the car. So at $8 grand, the metal, like, again, we were talking about this area just a moment ago on the last red cars. This area is really where your heels sit. This is where it rusts out. But again, even if this needed a full floors are like $400. CJ Pony Parts sells the Florida firewall patch that goes from here to where your firewall goes straight up. So, like, that's not a big deal for this. So even at $8 grand just for the roller, I'm a little bit on the high side, but the fact that this actually comes with a drivetrain, if you're close to a Rifle, that's a solid deal. Solid deal. Okay. All right. Wes, what's up, baby? How we doing? I need a paint job that does not exceed a coupe value. A car doesn't sound like a daily. The 25 one I would. Yeah, I mean, no, that the eight grand car is not a daily. That's something that, you know, you want to turn it into a fastback, or you want a really fast coupe. Definitely not a daily. Let's see. Hey, no alternative works. My daily is an 01 Honda Odyssey. $400. Please tell me you put like a ground effects kit and like a fake HKS super squeaking whistle on the exhaust. Please. Please tell me that. Let's see here. Moving on. Trying to find... Ooh, I'm going to get to that one in a second. Okay. We've looked at this one before. Is this the Nugget? It's not a Nugget. Is it a Nugget? Did you receive any series USB ports? Is it a Nugget? No, it's not a Nugget. Oh my God, sorry. So it's not a Nugget. 22 grand, vinyl roof. Always pay attention to where you're buying cars at, though. Arizona, not going to have much issue with rust. This looks really clean, too. 67, 289, automatic trans, factory AC car. That's awesome. Drake hubcaps, front shocks. So this car's been gone through, so at 22, yeah, not a bad deal. With all of these cars, this is why I didn't like that polished look, because people with rings will like scar that up. And then that's not factory. That is I love looking at this stuff live, man, because this is just a piece of wood that they like miter sawed out to fit over, and then they threw little plastic retaining clips to hold it on. I don't like it at 22 anymore. This looks like something you'd find on a boat. I'm on a boat, mother. Ooh, center console and the headrest. That's pretty dope. 22. That's not a bad deal. No, not a bad deal. Let's get to this one. Let's see here. I love the color. I just clicked on it because I love the color. CJR. I'm getting there. Lord, don't think it's a Nugget. No, it's not. Oh yeah, the Nugget was in Montana. Does listing factory air AC mean it actually works? No, not all the time. The times that like factory AC matters is when you're looking at the Marty report for like your resale value. Factory air is good for if you want a stock car, right? It increases the value, the options on it a little bit. But really, like if you're building a car from scratch, if you're buying a roller, doesn't matter if it came with factory AC or not. You can throw in like vintage air or, whatever you want. Good question, though. This one's hot. I've just been scrolling pictures looking at this damn thing. Great color. Would not cut in half. Too pretty. Even at 16 grand. Seller's description. There's nothing there, Juan. Juan is lucky that there's another blue Mustang on here. What just happened? Huh? I swear I clicked on a listing and it took me elsewhere. We're having technical difficulty. Okay, here we go. What in the country fried fuck is happening right now, man? Good Lord. Okay, I'm not clicking on that one because it just like takes me out. Okay. Let's see here. Lakewood again, 30. Okay, so kind of how the pricing bracket works for rollers. Again, for a coupe, we're looking 3 to 8 grand. If it's a running driving coupe for a fastback conversion, we're looking at like 10 to 15 max. And a running driving coupe that you're going to keep a coupe, 20, 25 max, really. So at this one, if you're looking for like a 65 fastback, this one will be a good candidate for a coupe to fastback because hopefully it comes with a title. Clean Colorado title. Yay! Make sure it has a title, people. Don't jump through hoops. Looks pretty decent. I would want to get under it, but at like $3,500, guys. You send it to me, I'm going to charge you, 15 to 16 to turn it into a fastback. that means you have a rolling fastback for under 20 grand. That's why these make sense. You know what I mean? You know what I mean, dog? You know what I mean, dog? Let's look at this one because it has a pupper in it. The blue was pretty. Future builds. It says up top that the listing is no longer there. Oh. Don't be smarter than me, Ulrich. God damn it. I wish you weren't smart and technically savvy. Speaking of technically savvy, you might notice, if you've watched the show a couple of times, that this is a little bit of a different setup. I have more light on me now, right? And some of you might be like, oh, he did the reasonable thing, and he bought like a ring light, or, you know, like a, I don't know, a podcasting kit that comes with those lights or whatever. No, I didn't do that. I used shop light. Yep. That is, ladies and gentlemen, my key and fill light. I am so high tech here. It is ridiculous. 6640, let's see, 5 grand in Las Vegas. So we're probably looking at a fairly rust-free car. Please read the full description before contacting me. V8 car has been tubbed. Narrowed night. Oh, it's a drag car. Fuck. Still at the price though. Can include a let's see. No center section in it. What? Okay. Going to pictures. Damn. This dude. I'm creeping in his garage right now, man. Looking at that Bel Air. What's up, baby? A little gas reaction. Or you got some other Mustangs there in the background. How are we going to get the roll cage through the package tray? Well, we'll just cut a couple of holes in it. That'll fix it. I don't care. Yep, tell you what. 315 drag radials. Holy shit, Batman. Okay. That looks like a horrible seat. That looks like a roller coaster ride seat. You know, one that you know you're just going to pinch your balls in. Might need a new floor, full roll cage. I don't buy race cars. It'd be good if someone out there was like a drifter or something like that. Actually, no. Not for drifting, huh? You wouldn't want them tubbed. Unfortunate. Holy Lord. Okay, if you guys see one and you want me to look at, tell me. Let's see. Patrick, Hunter, what are you doing with all of the coupe good parts? We're sending them down the river, man. It really just depends. Like, there's some brackets that we save for like the windows. There's little L brackets that go in the quarter windows. We save those because they don't repop them. But as far as metal is concerned, we really don't save anything. Upon request, like I had a customer come in because he's local. And he's like, hey, I saw that you cut up coupes. Can you, and he took a marker and, you know, marked out what he wanted. And basically I just cut it out for him. But other than that, typically everything goes on the scrap pile. The way that we cut these things, it doesn't make sense to actually remove spot welds to like take off a roof or a sail panel or a quarter panel or anything like that. So we usually just cut these fuckers in half unless we have a request to save a roof or something like that, which we've done before. A lot of times when you have a vinyl top coupe, you need a roof. Weird how that works. Oh, what's up? This is a good price. And it's red. Who would have thunk? Okay. Running good condition. Running. Good condition. Classic Mustang. Available for no trades. Thank you for not telling me anything about this car. 17 grand for a 67. Too pretty to cut up. I hate saying it, but I feel like you could get more rattier ones, just rattier ones for cheaper. Can't tell what motor's in it. I don't know. That one's a good deal for a daily or a weekend car or whatever. That'd be kind of on the edge of what I would be looking for as far as couped fastback. Let's look at this one. Hello. Collector build. Will consider offers. 65 Shelby GT 350, but it's only listed for 42 grand. I showed this one last week. It's sus. I don't. Maybe it's not. I just don't. That's really cheap. Maybe just made as a clone car. I don't know. I'd want to see the Marty report on that. You guys want to see something with a massive, ridiculously massive front diffuser on it. This car looks so unbalanced, I can't handle it. It looks like I am big bad race car in front, and then it's like I'm a little Mustang in back. You know, it doesn't look balanced. It needs aereo. Oh, it's got a 5.0 in it. Oh well, time out. What's up? Rebuild performance 67 Mustang Coupe. Blah, 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 302 V8 for 87 Mustang. No. 31 grand. It is a bit much. And stop painting stuff in your engine bay white. Fuck. That's an interesting grill. Tell me what you think about that grill. AutoZone used to sell grill kits. Drifty Bits, you might remember this. I was like an auto salon kid. They sold the grill kits, and it was just like a piece of mesh. And I remember I got a red one, and I thought I was so cool. And I like cut it up and like self-tapped it into my Ford Escort. Okay. 69 Fastback 5.0. Excuse me. I think so. This one is already set up for a 5.0. It is a fastback. It's got the Mustang 2 front end on it. So this would be 35 grand. You still have quite a bit of work that needs to be done. But it looks like it comes with most everything. So if you're a froggy weekend mechanic, this might be the build for you. Metalwork. I mean, the shell itself does not look bad. 35 grand. We're kind of on the edge, but it does come set up with a 5.0, and it has the, the gauges, etc. Fairly good deal. Let's see here. The dog is cute. Yeah, that dog was cute. Oh, you boo, you little guy. Oh, you good boy. You're a good boy. No, I'm not on... Yes, I'm on drugs. Let's see here. Looking at Arizona or Oregon. Wes, some of these are in Arizona, like that one I just looked at. Yeah. See, you do remember the little cutout grills. Man, those things are so cool. I miss the simple days. Hey, Muse. Okay, we're going to do... Let's see. AZ. Julia at the Idaho. No, 30 grand. Way too much. Guys, call one out. Hunter and a Ford Escort bombing down I-15. Bro, the stories that I could tell you about me specifically bombing down I-15 in a Ford Escort. State Street, I raced a cop on State Street in a Ford Escort. I did not... I didn't win. That's a story for another day. Okay, we haven't looked at a convertible. Let's look at a convertible, guys. We haven't looked at one. Convertibles are a different animal. On average, I'm running out of time here. I planned this poorly, but on average, convertibles are fetching around 35 grand. So your coupes are running 23, running and driving, 23 to 25 grand. Your convertibles are going to run closer to 35. Where is the 67 convertible? I don't know, follow it. Oh, here we go. It's a GT. Shit. Gotta trust me. Let's look at a 65, 66. 36 grand. 65, 66 is typically cheaper than 67, 68. 7s and 8s are more popular. So if it's 65 to 66 convertible is going for around 36,000, you can expect something fairly similar. So 17 grand for this 66 convertible. Solid daily. Why do people always say, I will not respond to how this is available? Oh, it's a 6-cylinder. Sorry, kids. I apologize. Not worth it anymore. I don't know. Like if to swap a 6-cylinder to an 8, you need to redo brakes. You need to redo your rear end, spindle. Like it's too much. If you have this set up already, like in your garage, this might be a fairly good buy for you because again, convertibles do well. I'm not saying it again. Was that a cop on a bicycle? What? Timeout. Where? Fucking what? Did I miss a cop on a bicycle? Oh, I see what you're saying. Oh my God. I don't even acknowledge that it took me that long to understand that joke. No, the cop was not on a bicycle that caught me in a Ford Escort. It was in a 96 Chevy Lumina that was green? I don't know what makes it worse. All right. If you guys are enjoying the content, and if you're not, I don't give a shit. Subscribe anyway. Like, share the show with all your friends and compatriots. If you want to support us further, consider joining our community or leaving a tip below. Also, we're on Patreon. We have a new video out right now for YouTube community members and Patreon members. But if you guys aren't part of it, no worries. It's coming out Friday, tomorrow evening. Anyway, so definitely watch out for that one. It's a pretty funny one. It's not serious or DIY. It's just me reacting to customer states videos, etc. Also, another really good way to support the shop is we have partnered with CJ Pony Parts recently. So if you guys need parts for your Mustang, click the link in the description or the one in the chat. And that helps out the shop. On to our picks of the week. First off is our shop pick of the week. Now, this is just a car that, scrolling through Facebook Marketplace, I look at and I'm like, yeah, I'd buy that. Oh, yeah. This gets better, ladies and gentlemen. This is a 1972 Buick Skylark Grand Sport. First and foremost, I fucking love Buick Skylarks. Buick Skylark. This thing, however, if you pay attention... Wait. Which picture is it? Which picture is it? It's rhino lined. Whole thing. Whole car. Yeah. There it is. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. That is stage 1 weight edition. But it comes with a 455. I don't really care. I just love the shit out of the way that the Skylarks look. And at $9,500, you can't go wrong. Let's see. Thank you for your time today. Oh, thanks, Wes. People up here in Washington want gold for 6-cylinder cars. Yeah, they're not worth shit, man. All right, so last picks. This one is going to be our Coupe Fastback pick of the week. This guy writes a whole ass story, but I don't really have time to get into it. I just like the price. This is in Colorado. Right in the price range that we're looking at for a roller, $5,500. 6-cylinder car. We're aiming for 6-cylinder cars if we're doing a coupe to fastback conversion because they're the cheapest and no one wants them. Needs a little bit of metal work, but all of this stuff looks scary, but it doesn't look scary because if you're going to turn it into a fastback, because you're going to cut all that shit off anyway. But then he goes on and he's like, this is information to help people out there. And then he keeps going. Older cars have more value because of how old they are. Just because you believe that it should be $800 or $1,500 doesn't mean it's the case. But see, real people that build... It's a whole... He goes on, as you can see. I encourage you to find this one on Marketplace and take a look at that description. Otherwise, though, solid buy for a shit roller, as long as it's clean title, which it is. Moving on to our last pick of the week. This is Derry's pick of the week. And Derry is my employee. He is a hard worker, and he likes weird cars. So basically what he does is he puts a car on Marketplace for me to look at, and I react live. Derry's pick of the week. Ow! What the fuck? Is this a Cosworth? No, it's not a Cosworth. 87 Lincoln Mark 7 LSC sedan for $3,000. It's side piped. This is some Mad Max shit. What in the country fried fuck is that? That looks like a Chrysler 300 rear end. White walls on top, super duper roof spoiler, and oh my God, Gary, you have outdone yourself today, baby. This is amazing. Mark 7 custom modified to resemble the black. It's a 5.0 with 80,000 original miles. Guys, I gotta go because I might be driving down to Prescott, Arizona. So subscribe, like the channel, do all the stuff. Thanks for hanging out with me today. Till next time, do what you love. Don't be a dick. And as always, never be tamed. Peace. Oh my God, I want to do ridiculous burnouts in this car. Can you just imagine like smoke just fucking pouring out and the side pipe exhaust is just kicking the smoke out? There, we're going to Arizona.